Thanks, Brian. Many teams opened up Big 12 play this week, and a TCU alumni made headlines this week. Find out who on this week's Texas Health and Sports Medicine Sports Report. Starting off, women's soccer defeated 18th ranked Butler here at home 6-1. 5 of those goals came in the second half, and 3 of those from senior Kayla Hill, who recorded her first career hat trick. What do you say? We cue some highlights from that magic.
Maddie Warren had it momentarily. Now recollect. She'll give it over to Kayla Hill. Hill's got it. Shot with a left foot. She shoots. She scores. It's that horn. Kayla Hill. From Maddie Warren. This was sit in the middle. There's Kayla Hill one more time with a case. Shot, deflected. She scores! One more time for Kayla Hill. Here, so 2-0 now. Both goals from Kayla Hill. As the Frogs looking for more ahead, it's Maddie Warren. Onside. Maddie shoots.
The Frogs improved to 7-1-1 after that huge win and look to carry that momentum as they start Big 12 play this week and host Iowa State tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Frog fans, come out to the stadium and support the Frogs. But if you can't make it, then tune in to Fox Sports Southwest Plus, where the game will be televised. And moving on to women's volleyball, they recorded their 5th sweep in the 2018 season as they defeated North Dakota State in their last non-conference game. Two Frogs finished in double digits on offense, with Anna Walsh leading the pack with 12 kills and a .400 hitting percentage, while Elon McCall finished with a double-double of 10 kills in 10 digs. The Horned Frogs open Big 12 conference play this week. Quick shout out to Elizabeth Marsh and Kristen Hemphill, 2 members of our women's rifle team who competed with Team USA and came away with medals at the ISS World Championships in France. And that name that you've been waiting for, the TCU alum and pro golfer Angela Stanford, won her elusive first major title this past weekend at the Avion Championships in France. The 40-year-old shot a 3 under 68 to erase a 5-shot deficit. Congratulations, Angela. The whole Frog family is celebrating with you. And finally, earlier this fall, I caught up with Coach Glasgow to preview this TCU defense. Coach Glasgow, thank you so much for joining me. Fall camp right around the corner. You just said it's like the day before Christmas.
It really is. We're excited to get back out on those fields right there and get going and see what we've got.
And the beautiful brand new fields, too.
They are in very good shape. Our fields crew has done an unbelievable job of getting them ready for us, and we're excited about it.
And I guess the one position I want to highlight and talk about, the linebackers. Where do you see then? There's a lot of experience returning, some new guys in there, you know, Ty Summers there. Talk about the linebacker position.
Well, some of those guys have played a lot, and then we're going to mix some new guys into this group that haven't played and see how that affects the whole group and what we can go accomplish as a team.
And Ty Summers specifically, he comes back. What does he bring to the team?
Ty is a good leader for us. Ty is he's a great teammate. He's a really good leader. He's selfless. He'll do whatever we ask him to go do as a football player and as a teammate. And I think he's a great leader up front, but more importantly, he's a great leader down in the locker room and behind the scenes.
And there's the new slogan this year, own the process. What does that mean to you, own the process?
Well, owning the process is coming to work every day. It's having fun doing hard things. You know, it's being there for a younger player or a player that's not as experienced as you are and helping them become better. And just approaching it with a workman-like mentality.
And there was a shift in kind of the defensive coaches, and you took on, you know, moving roles. And how has that kind of allowed you guys to have your responsibilities and kind of free up that?
Well, it's forced me personally to grow a little bit, having coached the safeties for the last 20-something years, and now being able to have the opportunity to coach the linebackers and do those things. And it's been really exciting for me, and it's allowed me to grow professionally, too.
Different role, but you're embracing it.
Sure.
That's a good thing. And then the goals for this fall camp, just kind of, do you have any goals for?
To get better every day and be as good as we can be. I mean, we're worried about TCU right now, and we get a certain number of opportunities before we go play Southern in the first game to be as good as we can be as a football team, and then continue to grow from that.
And I love him, what Coach Patterson always says. He's like, we want to grow, but it matters what happens on Saturdays, what they do then.
There's no doubt.
And what they show up to be. Thank you for the time, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
We really appreciate Coach for taking the time to break down the defense for us. And stay tuned. There's more to come here on Horned Frogs Nation as Brian Estridge sits down with Alec Dunham right after this break.